Guys, how's it going, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gents, welcome all back to a brand new customs video for LEGO DC Supervillains. And today, we are going to go on ahead and put together yet another Ben 10 character, as you guys have been requesting. The last video with the Heat Blast custom, which is right in front of you guys, of course, did so very well. So I thank you guys so very much for that support. That was exceptionally awesome. I think we were, last time I checked, at 800 likes. So we crossed over the 500 like in like 5 hours or something crazy like that. So of course, as you guys know, if you want to see another custom video for the Ben 10 lineup, hit that like button down below. As soon as this video hits 500 likes, I will create the next one. And as far as what do we decide to create, or how we decide what gets created on the upcoming episodes, well, that's quite simple. That's up to you guys as well. So far we've created Ben 10, Accelerate, Feedback, and of course Heat Blast. So check out those videos if you haven't yet. Thank you so very much for doing so. I'll actually probably make a separate playlist for them because I think that would be quite convenient for you guys. So I'll go on ahead and get that done. Hopefully right as you see this video, it'll be already part of the playlist on the channel. So if you'd like to use that, it should be available to you as well. Now, with that all in mind, whom are we creating today? Well, I went to the comment section in the last video, and the very top comment with the most amount of likes was from Marvel and DC Gaming, who suggests, please make Diamondhead next time. First of all, I like the politeness coming through with the please. What are you, Canadian or something? But thank you so very much for the support. Now, with that being said, we're creating Diamondhead. Now, as I heard and as I saw that was the request that we needed to make, I googled a picture of the character. I kind of remembered somewhat what it looks like, but again, I've never watched the show or anything like that, so it was difficult for me to remember. But I looked at the pictures, and it's interesting because the character has had several different costumes that he has worn, like the actual suit, because I see one where it's kind of like split down the middle, black and white, then there's another gray one, then there's one with like yellow, black, and yellow and black, I guess, kind of design, but it looks like the classic design that I see repeated the most amount of times, not from like, apparently there's a reboot show or something like that, but it says classic Diamondhead comes with the green and black costume, so that's the one that we're going for. I just wanted to clarify that so that people don't come after me and go like, oh my gosh, that's not what you were supposed to build. That's the design we're going for. That's the design that we're going to try to build to the best of our ability. So with that in mind, I guess let's get started with the easy stuff, which is going to be things like the arms. So for the most part, I think maybe that's the right color. He's kind of a weird color, like from a diamond perspective, I guess. He's kind of like almost like a mix between green and blue. But I feel like that's too bright, as is that, and that's too blue there. So I almost feel like that might be the right shade to go with. Let's see if we could find maybe something that has some sort of a bulkier pattern to it. Maybe repaint it. No, that's not going to look good. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that could like have some cool details throughout to like make it look more sculpted, because the look of the character is definitely a lot more... Oh, okay, that actually kind of looks cool there, although it's not accurate because he doesn't have any shoulder pads or anything like that. So you know what? Sticking to what we chose to begin with, trying to maintain as much accuracy as we possibly can, I think that should be good. We're going to change the hand color to be exactly the same. So that's great. Now, let's think about how the heck do we do the rest of this design. Okay, I guess let's start with the legs, you know what? And we need to look for something that has ideally kind of like, you see how on these shoes there's the bottoms of the shoes are green? So similar to that, but without the patterns on the, I guess, upper part of the leg. So only the lower part of the leg, like the very base of the leg should have green on it. That's the ideal leg piece. If we can't find that, we might go with an all black design, or mix it up a little bit by going with... that's actually not terrible. But maybe we could mix it up by going with just a split down the middle, so it'll be half green, half black design as well. I mean, like, I guess in theory this one could work as well, but I just feel like there's far too much green on this design to be accurate, so I'm trying to see if I could find something a little bit more matching. Oh, you can't recolor those. Okay, fair enough. Won't be able to recolor these. Yikes. Okay, I feel like this might be the way to go then. Okay, so if we go with this, and then we're gonna go with the kind of deep green, maybe a brighter green actually, just to give it a bit more of a pop. I don't mind trying that if it will work, of course. Now, the character does have a green belt. Is this green regardless of what color we painted? Or kind of. Okay, you know what? Let's choose our torso first, and then we'll adjust the hips. Because the hips will either be all black or all green, depending on what torso we could find. Because the torso is going to be key here. The most difficult part is for sure going to be the face, and then the two giant like spikes that he has sticking from the back. So that will be the most difficult elements about this one for sure. Now, I did right off the bat think of this one as a possibility, and I do think that it's not a bad option for sure. But again, it does introduce a lot of green into this costume instead of mostly being black as the costume is supposed to be. But I do think that this is a viable option for sure. I'm just going to look through, see if there's anything better that could fit here. What recolors on this? Oh, it's the whole thing. Okay, that's not going to work. We're just going to keep scrolling, see if anything else pops up that's really a great option here. I wonder what this recolor looks like. Okay. Actually, it looks kind of cool. It's just, again, not very accurate at all, unfortunately. We have some Shazam torsos here. These are the new Shazam torsos, actually. That's not going to really work, unfortunately. Okay. I really do think we might have to go with... Oh, actually, let me see. Does this have... Oh, I was hoping this would have double recolor, and then I was like... Maybe we could have made that work. Yeah, I think that the Beast Boy torso is the closest that we're gonna get while trying to make it look somewhat accurate. Like, I guess we could in theory use this, but it really does look like a leather jacket instead of anything like a costume, which is what we're trying to make it look like, is of course this costume look. So because of that, I do think that the Beast Boy torso is probably our best option here. So let's go to that. And then as far as what green we choose, I can't quite decide. I feel like this green looks really cool because it's nice and vibrant. But then this green I almost feel like is a bit more accurate to the costume. I don't know, it's kind of tough. I feel like it's got to be either... No, that's wrong completely. I feel like this bright green, though, works nicer. Okay, so we have all that bright green on the torso. So because of that, I think, as I said before, once we have this figured out, we'll know what to do with the hips. Because of that, I think the hips should just be a dark black like that to give us the closest possible design we have. Now, let's think about the difficult stuff, which is the shoulders and, of course, the head, because those will be the elements that will be really difficult to figure out. Okay, so we could do something like this, which is not necessarily terrible. It does give us the big spikes on the back, but it also gives us clearly wings, which is not something we're going for. Plus, ideally, we would want to be able to recolor that to make it at least somewhat more accurate. We could use this. This actually is not a terrible option. I know it looks like wings, but at the same time, you could kind of possibly make the argument that it sort of looks like giant spikes sticking out of the torso of the character as well. What about this? No, I think that's way over the top because it just looks way too, like, obviously like a mane. Although, from this perspective, it actually does not look all that bad. It's just when you look at it from the back, it looks kind of all over the place. Although, I do remember some of the pictures on the Google Images, like, it did show that he has more than just those two spikes kind of sticking out of the back. So, I guess maybe this one would work as well. This one is going to be far too short. And I don't think there's really any other great options, unfortunately. What about, like, these wings? No. Unfortunately, I don't think this will work. What is this even recoloring? I'm so confused. Is there some color that I'm not seeing? It's showing that it's recoloring something. It's staying the exact same color, so I don't understand what's getting recolored there, but okay. The shoulder pads are cool, but again, not really going to be accurate. Okay. I'm sort of leaning towards this as our solution for the spikes sticking out of the back. Although, I'm not going to lie, I actually do think that this looks kind of cool too. Oh, man, this is tough. Oh, what about this, maybe? No, that's not going to look good. Okay, you know what? Before I even continue, there is one thing I need to test. Because I had an idea. The character has this, like, really large jawline. Like, it kind of, like, sticks out forward. So I was thinking of maybe using this for the jaw. Because I feel like it'll help. Luckily, we can use the wings with it. So that's great that it confirms that. Yes, we just need to recolor that. Okay, so the look is starting to come together for sure. We do need to figure out, ideally we want just kind of glowing green eyes, which actually there's quite a few options for. We just need to change the color. No. Wait, how do I change the color of the... Oh, there, the head. Okay, yes. There we are. And then these lines also need to be blue so that there's none of that red sticking out. And then now it's time to figure out that spike on the head that he has. So let's see, what would that look like? Not great, that's for sure. It's not the worst, but it's not very accurate. Ooh, what about this one? Is this going to be too... Oh, no, that's too ginormous. Yeah, we can't even keep the face mask for this one. Oh, can we change the color of this, possibly? To be blue? Oh, no, because it's always going to be orange over top, so we wouldn't be able to find the correct color combination to combine it into blue. Just not going to be here. Darn it. That would have looked cool, actually, though. I do think that would have looked probably pretty neat. What about this? Would this look cool? Looks decent, but it's not very accurate to the look of the character. My goodness. Okay, we've run into our first difficulty. I guess this kind of works. Right? Like, sort of. Let's see, I want to see... I also want to check the hats, actually, because there might be something even better in the hats selection. But with the larger jaw, that's not a bad look, honestly. It doesn't look terrible. Let's check the hats, though. Maybe there is something better as, like, this kind of elongated spike type thing. I feel like a helmet like this would be just completely off. I mean, I'll try. We'll try the recolor, see what it looks like. That's not terrible. It just doesn't look as accurate because the eyes are not coming through. If we could change the visor color to green, that would actually look pretty decent, I think. Is there anything else? That's not going to look good. I don't think so, at least. I mean, let's try it just because I know people are going to wonder about it. That actually doesn't look all that bad, honestly. Surprisingly so, because it gives you that elongated jaw, which I think kind of looks decent, you know? That's actually quite surprising. I was going to say that's not going to look good, but I guess I was wrong. Too quick to jump to conclusion there. Ooh, let's see what this looks like with the jaw piece. That actually looks kind of cool, too. I don't know that it looks... I feel like the Dr. Fate helmet looks more complete, but I feel like this is more accurate as far as like the colors and the eyes being green and everything like that. So I almost feel like we should go with this. You know what? I'm going to go with this option. But, of course, I would love to hear your opinions and thoughts down in the comment section below as to what you think. I do want to give the character like a cool splash effect with like... there we go. With like some sort of almost like diamonds flying away. Because I think this character is able to, like, fire away diamonds, I'm pretty sure, with, like, diamond blasts, I should say. So, technically, I guess we could do bolts, and then bolt style. Is there anything that looks... Wait, what? I'm so confused. Do we need to turn that on? There we go. No. I think that looks the most accurate. There we go. So I think that's kind of a key element for that character. And so we're going to back out, then obviously change this to hero, and change this to Diamondhead. So, ladies and gentlemen, with another character now completed to our addition in the Ben 10 customs, it is now up to you guys to decide whether or not we make more characters. And of course, it's up to you guys to decide which characters those might be. So down in the comment section below, please consider letting me know which other aliens you would like to see. I've heard a lot of you guys suggesting other ones. So of course, if you want to see another one, I think the one that I saw a lot of times was Ghost Man, Ghost Robot, I think, something like that. Something like that. Either Ghost Robot or something along those... Ghost something, I'm pretty sure. A Robot Ghost. Something along those lines. I'm obviously wrong with the names, but don't worry. Before I create the character, I'll obviously Google a few pictures to make sure that I'm doing as good of a job as I possibly can. But here we have Diamondhead. We had to be really, 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 really creative with the figuring out of the diamonds, the two spikes on his back, because that really was quite tough to figure out like how the heck to actually do that. But overall, I have to say, I think we did pretty well. I don't like the fact that the wings like animate every now and again. Like that makes it look kind of bad. I agree with that, but outside of that, I think we did a pretty good job. You got a cool effect. You have the diamond firing abilities as well. So as far as like accuracy for the character, I still think we nailed most of the aspects that you would need. Ideally, we would have been able to obviously also make him a larger scale character, because he seems to be quite ginormous and tall and much more muscular than other characters. But unfortunately, that's not something that I can do within the game. So with all that in mind, though, ladies and gents, let me know what you guys think of this design here today of the one and only Diamondhead. Hopefully, you guys were proud of the design, and hopefully you guys are happy with how he turned out. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I do indeed hope to see you guys here on the next one. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.